What's up, everybody? Brothers, sisters, psychonauts, and seekers of truth. It is Ananka, and welcome to my bazaar. Today, I have a methaqualone, or better known as Quaaludes, trip report for you. The title of this trip report is The Best He Had Ever Felt, and was submitted to Erowid in 2004 by the user Mobius Dick. With all that being said, let our story begin. I did not have a lot of experience with Quaaludes when they were legal, 1961 through 1984, or during the bootleg period of 1984 through 1988. I had taken them a few times, but in all likelihood, the ones I had taken over a decade ago were most likely large doses of Valium. I made these myself, and I decided to go with the methaqualone freebase instead of the methaqualone HCl for several reasons relating to absorption of bioavailability. Quaalude brand methaqualone was the hydrochloride. After later testing, this turned out to be a wise move. The freebase is better than the HCl and gets absorbed much quicker, leading to a much greater euphoria. I was actually dumbfounded after realizing that most younger drug users had no idea what Quaaludes are, and many old users have bad memories of them. I offered them to many friends, only to get asked with a puzzled look, "What are they?" Let me say that Quaaludes are by far the most euphoric sedative/hypnotic I have ever done. And everyone I have given one of these bad boys to has said the same thing. Also note that you always want to take these, and most drugs for that matter, on an empty stomach. Euphoria appears to be related to how quickly a drug gets into the bloodstream, and how quickly it can cross the blood-brain barrier. And food definitely gets in the way. Please note that I am a pharmacologist. I mention this not to brag, but only to give people an academic/drug user's perspective. However, never believe anything anyone who posts tells you without verifying it independently. The first time I did my Quaaludes was with my friend W at his house. We took one capsule each, which weighed between 400 and 500 milligrams. Within 30 minutes, we were feeling amazing. My friend described the feeling as ecstasy without the trippy part. We both thought the project had been a smashing success. The high lasted between 4 and 6 hours, and was just as pleasurable as one can imagine. Neither one of us was sleepy, and we both had no problems with ataxia or balance. We were speaking clearly, and W's wife had no idea that we had taken anything. No Xanax or Valium has ever made me feel this good. The next time I did them, I took one pill, again 400 to 500 milligrams. But this time I drank 1.5 to 2 beers with it. Always be careful mixing drugs that depress respiration like this, especially if you are taking something you haven't taken before. The alcohol added to the euphoria, and I told my friend C, "Man, I feel great. This is one of the best highs I have had in a long time." Until then, he did not take one. But after he saw that I was alive and doing fine, he took one as well. He told me that this was the best he had ever felt, period. I have taken them dozens of more times now, and have mixed them with everything from cocaine to heroin. No psychedelics, though, and I do not smoke pot, but C does. They brought me down from coke very well, and they really added to the junk high. But I do not recommend ever mixing opiates and sedatives. I have lost 12 friends in the past 18 months to heroin and Xanax, And unless you are a down-and-out junkie with a monster tolerance or a pharmacologist, stay away from mixing any sedatives like Xanax, Valium, or Quaaludes with heroin, methadone, Dilaudid, or morphine. Especially heroin, because the dose is rarely ever known unless you are using pharmaceutical grade or are making it yourself. There is one time to note on my Quaaludes that I should tell you about. I took 2 of them at once the other night and went out for dinner with my wife, who does not use drugs at all. I did not drink anything, and she drove to the restaurant. She did not know that I had taken anything until I got out of the car. My legs were like jelly. I could talk fine, but my gross motor skills were totally lacking. She was very pissed off at me and let me know it. I had been taking 3 or 4 a day for about a week, and I was not feeling them like I had been. So I decided to up my dose. Big mistake. I was nodding at the restaurant, and it was a good hour before I was steady on my feet again. The dose could have been as much as 1,200 milligrams, but was more likely 900 to 1,000. I will not take more than 1 at a time and go anywhere in public again. And never mind the trouble this has caused me with my old lady. She hates me using any drugs, especially if she can notice it. She is a sleuth and is now able to tell the subtleties of methaqualone. Since there are not many Quaaludes on the street, I don't think too many people will have a problem. Be careful, stick to 1 400 milligram dose, and don't drink more than 1 or 2 drinks. Normal drinks, like a beer or something, with 1 ounce of alcohol in it. They can be used to come down from methamphetamine or cocaine. They work great for that purpose. But do not mix it with dope or other opiates. Alright, everybody. That is the end of our story. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Share with us your Quaalude experiences down in the comments below. Check out the other videos and playlists on my channel, and I will see you in the next one, fam. Deuces.